What's up?
Wow, dude.
How's it going?
It's going well.
I did it off mic. I put the mic
I
behind
know
my
you
head.
did.
It screamed.
Was that a scream?
It was a yell.
Yeah.
It was an exclamatory.
It was an ampersand? No, I don't know.
It was an ampersand.
That doesn't make any sense. An interrobang?
And a terrobang.
I mean, it was a question, and it was not expletive, but
Exclamatory.
exclamatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that big jump there? That's me laughing, not
Nice.
you. Hey, this is episode 256. I'm Bo.
256. I'm Brandon. 256.
This is Two Tunes Podcast.
256 Tunes Podcast.
You know what that means? Getting closer to
257.
260. So that means that cover's coming up.
Yeah. I got a good one.
Do you?
Yep.
Nice.
So you went to a show recently?
I did. It was before the show we talked about last week. So we went on a Saturday, and I went this previous Sunday. I went to see Thrice and two shoegaze, or as somebody calls them,
Shoegaze.
Shoegaze bands. So
Somebody should do a shoegaze like Fugazi cover band called Shoegaze.
yeah, and then
Much like Nebraska, which is the ska cover of Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska.
you probably could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make it.
I listened to that album for the first time ever, like a couple weeks ago.
Just 4-track and an SM57.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Demos were just too good. You know that story?
Sure.
That's it. It's like he was like, oh, I'll record these demos and like I'll bring it to the band and like then we'll really go in. And he just couldn't get
the sound, right? Or
couldn't
something?
get the feeling and the sound of the demos to be what he wanted because the demos were the
right.
thing.
Yeah.
And
That's what that new movie's about, right?
yeah, the making of that record,
Yeah.
which is what biopics are these days, is like, let's not do their whole life. Let's just focus on one part, like a memoir and not a biography. Ooh, are they gonna rename them?
Memoir pics?
Mempics? Memopics?
Memoirography? I don't know.
No, because you have to have a picture like in it.
Because it's a motion picture?
It's a motion picture.
It's a...
Mem movie?
It's a talkie.
It's a talkie. Talkie, like, but TAK.
TKI?
I don't, yeah.
Talkies?
Yeah, like talkies. It's a talkie, TAKI. Man, that's why I love those talkies. So dumb. Yeah, I went to see Thrice at the TLA, which is the Theater of Living Arts, which I bet nobody calls Theater of Living Arts. They just call it TLA. It's my second time seeing a show at TLA. The first time was the big ska show with Suicide Machines and that band from Japan and Big D and the Kids Table and a bunch of others. Like there were so many ska bands, and I forget. And they had all the horn players come out and play with Suicide Machines at the end of the night. That was a good show. But this show, it was interesting. Have you ever been to TLA?
Nope.
So there's like a balcony, but the balcony is like really long and narrow. It's probably the width of this and then maybe half the size of the room.
Okay.
But there's like seating. Much like the Fillmore.
Okay.
Paid seating.
Yeah.
So they have that. And we were standing, I was with friend of the pod, Nora. And we were on like just, there's like, like places where you can stand. Like it's steps, but it's like steps that you can like, we'll have people, risers. There you go. Like risers. So we stood there and watched the show from there. The first band was very shoegazy. Nora brought up, it's like, I can't really hear the vocals. I'm like, I think that's how they sound. Like, you're not supposed to hear the vocals.
Yeah.
And it was like two guitar players, both one of them was playing, at least one of them, if not both of them, were playing a jazz master and a bass player and a drummer. They did not move like at all, as shoegazy does. You just stare at your feet. And then the second band, I forget what the first. I forget both. I think one of the bands was called Modern Color.
Okay.
None of them really stood out to me. Modern Color was the second band, and the only difference that I could tell of these two bands, if I did not know which band was which, is that the lead singer changed the side of the stage.
Oh, okay.
They both, like jazz masters, didn't really. I mean, the second band did move around a little bit more, but
those don't seem like the type of bands that should be opening for Thrice.
Yeah. Well, because you're probably thinking of like hardcore Thrice, like.
I don't really know Thrice's music.
There you go.
So
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you like what you think is probably like the hardcore stuff,
I guess,
and not like the weird ambient, slow, heavy music that they do a lot of now.
Okay, fair enough.
But it was a great show. The lights were great. Like I definitely was reminded of like Nine Inch Nails type lighting. Obviously, it's not Nine Inch Nails type lighting, but like the lights went in time with the music. The only problem, they sounded great. I was also like just staring at the stage and being like, what gear do they have? Oh, that's a Line 6 cab. Oh, I know. I have one of those. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he's just doing, like very much tech guy. But you couldn't see their faces because they had no lights facing them.
Okay.
They just had lights behind them facing the audience.
Interesting.
So, and I usually take a photo of like this. I'm standing here. Let me show you where I'm standing.
Yeah.
My viewpoint of a show. And I did not take a photo of the band because I'm like, I will not be able to get a good shot of the band. It's just like, who'd you see? This band called the Silhouettes.
Yeah.
Because that's all you really saw was them in silhouette because the lights were from behind them. But they sounded great. There was one moment which I'm going to agree with this patron in what they said, but not when they said it.
Okay.
So, like, Thrice isn't overtly political.
Okay.
Okay. It got, like, the song's kind of quiet. It's getting quiet. And then he's just like, fuck Donald Trump. And said it a bunch of times in a matter of moments.
Yeah.
Which, 100%. But it was like, I'm not like, is this a political song?
Yeah. You just felt the spirit moved him to.
Yeah. So it was kind of weird. And people were ignoring him. And then like the third time that he said it.
Was he like trying to get a, he's like trying to get a thing going?
I don't know what he was doing. It just seemed kind of weird. Like weird timing. That was it. It was just weird timing. It wasn't like.
And he hadn't done anything like the rest of the show?
No.
Just all of a sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's just like, weird. I'm gonna say these things. He's standing right next to me. Yeah. And I'm like,
interesting.
I agree. But this isn't the time for this. Unless you see somebody with a Trump hat and then you're like, yeah, I'm going to say it really loud right now. And it's like, okay.
Interesting.
But I didn't see a guy. And then there's a person in front of us that like turns around and she's like, yeah. But after like the third time.
Right.
It's like, okay. Just bad timing. The show's good.
Some people like to make the thing about them.
But he's also like all the way in the back of the room. I don't know. It's weird.
I was like, I don't remember if I said this like 2 years ago when I went to see Billy Strings.
Oh yeah.
At Penn State.
Yeah, you did.
And the like college bro next to me kept trying to get a We Are going. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's that.
Not,
yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not the same thing, but similar in the fact of like, only you want to do this right now.
Yeah.
Like
it's not the same, but it is the same.
Yeah.
It's like this is not the moment for this thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a good show. I know a lot of Thrice. I've been a Thrice fan since the Illusion of Safety. Kind of ebbs and flows as far as my like what I like more than what I don't like, or I guess like, oh my god, this is such a great thing. I've listened to it so many times where kind of like Nine Inch Nails in a way, where the earlier stuff, and I guess maybe that's just me in general, where like when you're younger, you listen to albums a lot, and then as you get older, it's just like I just listen to it like a once in a while, or like I listen to that album one time, instead of like, well, and it could be just the technology of today where it's like, well, I have access to it forever. I don't need to spend, or I have access to everything. I have access
to all of recorded music.
So it's like, do I really need to spend a ton of time on this one thing when I can go and search? Now that's the scales there of like, do I listen to the same records over and over and over and over and over again, or do I go and search for new things?
This is also like the physical media versus digital media thing. And actually, I've heard this come up a couple times in recent things. One was the Trey Anastasio talk on Corey Wong's podcast, and another one I think was Theo Blackman recently on the Third Story podcast.
Did you listen to the second part of that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were both in different ways kind of saying, with an album, especially when you were younger, you like bought it.
Yeah, you spent money on that.
You spent money on it, so you're like, well,
hard-earned.
Gonna listen to it, and if it doesn't vibe with me right away,
you're gonna learn.
Probably gonna listen to it again, at least a couple more times. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, I spent money on this, like I should really get something out of it, hopefully, and then maybe you like you do learn to like it more or whatever, or you don't, and whatever, you sell it, whatever. But also, like you had to just sit with it. Right, especially if it was vinyl, right? You sat and let it play and whatever, and then CDs, like, okay, now I can skip, and now you can really skip, like, you give something like 30 seconds, or you're not doing active listening or whatever. There's all kinds of like different things, but that was something that came up. So it's like there's too much, and because there's too much, we feel like you can't spend too much time in one thing because there's everything else to get to.
Yeah.
So it's not as much intentionality. Or like you put it on and you're not listening, you're doing other stuff. So viewers, listeners, whatever you want to call yourselves. It's definitely listeners. There's not a choice. Observers of time. What is your thoughts on this? This is a question that they're not going to answer right away, or they're going to answer themselves or text me later. No, just message us through the Discord. Go join the Discord. But how do you interact with music? And then for the podcast, I think the podcast is kind of bad in a way for me personally, where our podcast. This is where you tell people about how our podcast is bad.
It's bad for me. It's not bad for the listeners. It's bad for me because like I'm trying to like what do I bring next? What do I bring next? What do I bring next? I can't bring. It's like, well, here's the next Nine Inch Nails song that I like. Or
because it would be if it was up to you. Every week would be Nine Inch Nails. You mention them every week, so
well, they're good. They're a good band, or good people. I don't know. How do you? It's one guy for a really long time, and then it was two guys. Ooh, here's a really good a good thing. All right, so you got the Beatles, you got Radiohead, and you've got Nine Inch Nails. Beatles.
Okay.
Name the members. I know you're a Beatles fan.
John, Paul, George, Ringo.
All right, now there was a fifth guy.
Pete Best.
No. Like that
Billy
was
Preston.
that for the entire time.
George
that was very, very crucial to the way that they did all the things that they wanted to do. Who was that person?
The producer?
George.
What was it? George Martin?
George Martin.
Yeah.
Right?
There was an Epstein though. Brian Epstein. He was there like manager.
He was their manager up until a certain point, and then like that's like how the band fell apart. Is because he was like anyways.
Real quick.
In the time when I was
no Lindsay Ellis. Do you know Lindsay Ellis?
Yeah.
She's got a really good video.
Oh yeah.
About
the Yoko
Ono. Like,
Yes.
Did she actually break up the Beatles?
Yeah. No, she did not.
No, and it's about how like she goes through and says how like every member of the Beatles broke up the Beatles. Essentially, like and other factors.
The final one was Paul.
Yeah. Anyway, but she's got a good video on it. So people
well, actually, you know what? Did Ringo ever break up the Beatles? I think Ringo didn't break up the Beatles.
He might not have.
Yeah. But all the other three totally did.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is so George Martin, crucial to the Beatles. Because a lot of it, I think, is like, oh, we came up with the words and the music, but like how we record it, or like, hey, can I have this? Hey, can we do this? Hey, can we do this?
Yeah, he would
like,
figure out how to do it.
He would figure out how to do the things that the band wanted to do. And like, besides that, they came up with like really, really, really good songs. They also came up with a lot of really, or the people around them came up with really good technology to help them do what they wanted to do. John Lennon, I don't want to record that again. Can you just like figure it out? And like, that's how they came up with auto double tracking. Flangers, the sound of a flanger came up through the recording process that was happening there. So was he a member of the band? Absolutely not. Was he integral to what was recorded? Absolutely. Radiohead has that same person.
Okay.
I'm going to draw a blank on his name, but guess what? We live in a time of the internet, so I can, because he's also worked with, he works with Beck, and he did a Paul McCartney record as well. Nigel Godrich. Ha ha ha. Look at that. Did I actually see it?
Yeah. Where
did I see it?
Producer Nigel Godrich.
Yeah, there you go. So Nigel Godrich has worked on, I believe, almost, if not all of the albums. I forget exactly. He may have, I know he's like on OK Computer and past that. I don't know if he's on the Bends or, nope, he's on the Bends. And then is he on Pablo Honey, the album no one cares about in that band? No, he's not. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's Nigel. Anyways, Nigel Godrich is an important member of that band. He's not a member of the band, but he's important to that band because he's like let's run this and this and this. Like the way that Kid A became Kid A is they're like, I don't want to do this. It's like, okay, well, how about we do this? How about you guys go over there and you go work on stuff that way, and like you guys go over there and you go on work on stuff this way, and then we'll feed it to each other and be like, what do you think of this and what do you think of that? Is he a member of the band? No. Is he crucial to the sound of the band? Absolutely. Now, Nine Inch Nails, it's Trent Reznor. Every time. Like he brings people in to kind of do stuff and gives them credit. At a certain point, it's Atticus Ross. Atticus Ross becomes a member of the band. It's like, well, why is that? I think he is the George Martin, is the Nigel Godrich, because Trent will like do stuff and then get fed up and then like go for a walk, and then Atticus will take all that information that was created in that amount of time and kind of like arrange it to be like this and be like, oh, is this what you were looking for? It's like perfect, awesome.
Yeah,
it's more of like a curator position and not really like, because like new Nine Inch Nails doesn't sound that much different from old Nine Inch Nails. New Nine Inch Nails doesn't have a huge influence from outside of that because it is Trent Reznor doing all these things. But I think that Trent is very much like, no, people that I want to keep in my orbit and like give credit to, because some of the band members, the touring band members, like when Nine Inch Nails was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he was like, no, this is the band. And it wasn't just like, well, it's these people on this record or these people on this record. It's a bunch of people. And some people who are like, well, you've been a part of this band for this amount of time, but why am I drawing a blank? The old drummer that just joined the Foo Fighters. I know you're not going to...
Nope.
Reuben? Ilan Rubens.
Okay.
He's a member of Nine Inch Nails as far as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He played on some stuff. He was only in the band for a short amount of time.
Would you say they're like a collective?
No, because it's Trent Reznor mostly.
Yeah.
But like these people are important to Nine Inch Nails as a recording entity, and also as a live band, because there are two different but similar things. Like I forget who. Obviously, Atticus Ross is in there, but Atticus Ross has only been in the band since I think like 2009. But like I forget how many people. Nine Inch Nails. Let's look it up. 9 Nine Inch Nails. Rock and roll. Trent Reznor, Alessandro Cortini, Robin Fink, Danny Launer, Atticus Ross, Ellen Rubin, and Chris Verena. So Chris and Danny are not in the band, like live or anything like that. I'm actually surprised then. It might have been just timing. Like, well, he's in the band now, so he's getting inducted. Because Josh Freese has probably been... Well, maybe he hasn't actually. He's back in the band, but Ellen Rubin has been the longest drummer of the band. Anyways.
Okay.
There's your Nine Inch Nails hour. They're one of my favorite bands.
Yep.
You talk about MXPX sometimes.
Rarely.
Aren't you going to go see?
I am. I got a ticket.
Yeah. Nice. When is it? Which day is it? This Saturday?
March. I don't know.
I know what.
It's March in DC. I might get a hotel
Is it the
room
28th?
after last night of getting home at... No, it was like the 26th or something. It's like a Thursday maybe.
Oh, it's a Thursday?
I think so.
Yeah, the 26th is a Thursday. I'm looking at the
Take
calendar.
the next day off.
Yeah, dude, don't
Don't get home at 3 a.m.
Don't do that.
No.
If you have to drive more than 2 hours after a show,
Yeah.
don't do it. Go sleep at a hotel.
Yeah.
I learned, not by like, it wasn't.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No.
I think I mentioned it on the pod.
Yeah.
If I didn't,
Well, speaking of shows,
I stopped.
I went to one.
Yeah, you
and
did.
I didn't go to two.
Oh, okay. Meaning,
I had in the last couple of weeks of like real time, not podcast time. I was supposed to go to New York City to see Auntie Donna, Australian sketch comedy. Hang on. Excuse me. And I was supposed to go see Emery in Scranton. And I decided to be a responsible person and not do either one, unfortunately. The Auntie Donna show was a little silly. I probably shouldn't have got a ticket for that. But I was like, they never come to America. Like, I've only ever seen them once. But that was a Sunday in New York. And New York and Philly are both kind of hard to get out of unless you drive, because there's trains that go there, but the trains don't run late enough.
yeah.
So you have to stay over or drive.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like doing either. And so I just didn't go. And then the Emery show was in Scranton on a Thursday, which is like 2 hours plus.
Mm-hmm.
And also I had a rehearsal that I should have been at for musical that I'm doing. So I went to that instead. So I feel okay. Like, I've seen both things. I ate the cost of the ticket. You know what I mean? It was like, it was just a business decision, if you will, for my own health and safety and whatever. So
Yeah.
I should think a little bit more about when I buy this stuff, but it's tough because like you want to see things, right? Like you want to experience, you want to do things, but so anyway, I didn't go see those, but I did last night in DC go see Saturdays at Your Place headliners, Carly Cosgrove and Riley.
Another stacked bill.
Really stacked bill.
Yeah.
And all three bands incredible, like really, really good.
I thought about, so yesterday I was like, I could probably go to that DC show.
No, you couldn't because it was sold out.
It was?
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. I bet the one that's in Philly tonight is not.
I don't know. I don't think it
I'm
is.
not
I think
doing
it's like a
that.
low ticket warning kind of thing. I said on the way home last night, I was like, if I was a much younger person and had a little bit less responsibilities in my life,
You would go to two.
I would also go to that Philly show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then for sure what I would have done is, well, I don't know what I would have done. I guess if I was younger, I would have done what I would have driven home like I did, slept like all day today, and then just like woke up in time to like drive to Philly for the show, and then
Yeah.
probably take off tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, so three bands that I really, really like. Carly Cosgrove, probably the band I was most excited to see. I freaking love that band so much.
Were they first off, it was just the three bands, right?
Just the three. I've never seen any of them yet. So I was very excited to see all of them. Again, for me, very stacked lineup.
And Carly was in the middle.
Carly was in the middle. It's funny, they said during their set I think they played same venue like 2 years ago or something. They were the headliners. Saturdays was opening.
Oh.
And they even said on stage, I think they're like, yeah, we made the comment of like, we're going to be opening for them someday. And, you know, sure enough.
Here it is.
They're also like, those two bands, I think, they're both, I think, of like pretty equal stature. So like, yeah, they could, either one could have been the headliner. It is Saturdays at Your Place. Like they just released an album. It is their tour for that.
Yeah.
You know, last spring when Carly Cosgrove dropped their album, I don't know if that was who they had, but like they could have had them and like, you know what I mean? It was like kind of similar thing. Riley are like the new upstarts or whatever. And they're first of all, they're all young. All three bands, probably median age of like 24. With like the Riley guys being like 21, 22, and like maybe Saturdays and Carly Cosgrove being like 25, 26, something like that. So, but yeah, really, really great show. All three bands were killer. Pretty like intense show, like from the crowd perspective. Like my friend Megan, she has only heard of these bands like through me. Like I made a playlist for her to convince her to go to the show called Megan Go to the Show with Me. And so she really had a good time too. She liked them. And but we weren't like I was expecting the crowd to be a little more like, I don't know, crazy, I guess, during Riley's set, just because their music's a little more like that. You know, like if there's going to be a pit, if there's going to be any kind of moshing or whatever, like happened mostly during Riley, but it kind of happened during everybody. A little bit of crowd surfing, not a whole lot, not a real big venue either. But yeah, it was great. It was really fun. It was my first time ever really seeing a show in DC. It was at the Atlantis, which is a smaller venue. It's connected to, what's it called?
930.
The 930 Club, yeah. But it was cool. We were kind of in the front-ish area for the first two bands, and then we stood towards the back for Saturdays at Your Place. Because we just kind of had it of course, like right where we were was where the circle kept opening up, and
of course,
yeah. Were you ever? I feel like we probably had this conversation before. Were you ever a mosh pit person?
No.
Yeah.
So my history of like going to shows is be on the bar, as I would
Sure.
call it.
Yeah.
Which, what would you call that? Because I think it was a me thing that I called it a bar.
Being on the bar, being at the rail.
Yeah, there you go.
Like up front.
Yeah, right up front.
Right,
and usually trying to be like as center as possible. So I was there, which by the way is not the best place to stand or sit or not sit, but to be, because you've got crowd surfers coming over your head, kicking you in the head. Yeah. And then the sound
also,
isn't
you get
good.
Crushed when the crowd pushes forward. Like
it wasn't that bad.
I mean, it depends, but yeah.
I had stronger knees then.
Sure.
And then I'm going to go to the back and be... No, actually, I've been on the sides, but like halfway.
Yeah.
And then now I've been like, I want to be as close to the soundboard as possible.
Sure.
Like be in front of it or be behind it.
Yeah.
So those are my places.
Yeah. I will say the sound mix, the guy had to be a bass player. There was so much bass at certain times. Like you felt it. Mm-hmm. And it was like too much at times. I was like, I didn't really care for that. Otherwise I thought it was good. But yeah, no, the whole show was great. All three bands were really, really awesome. They all played like a bunch of music, which was cool. And like for Carly and Saturdays, like, you know, they've each got like a few albums and EPs and stuff out, and they kind of did stuff from like all of it, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was really great. It was a really fun time. I would go to that venue again for sure. It's really intimate. Like even when we were like quote unquote at the back, like for Saturdays, I was not far, you know, because it's not super huge. And also like we should get bands like this around here. right? Like we have venues now that these bands can play.
But is it worth it?
Is it worth it for them? Probably not.
Because, okay, so looking at this, their venues for the next whatever.
Yeah.
DC, Philly, they're playing Pittsburgh. So it's like you're hitting 2 hours away from here.
Yeah.
Like, it's too close. And you're doing it twice. So it's like...
Well, they wouldn't play here and Philly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, why would I... Well, then why would you come here and not Philly?
I know. I just selfishly want them to come closer.
Oh, yeah. Me too. So...
Yeah. But no, really, really great show.
I wonder why they're not playing Buffalo.
I don't know.
Does Buffalo get any shows anymore?
I don't know. And my friend Megan and I went, and we just kind of made like a day out of it, or like an afternoon out of it, more or less. Went to this really great bookstore that I love. I talked about before, Lost City Books. I bought a bunch of books, but they were really that's a really great bookstore. And then it was like a half-hour walk to the venue. So we were like, well, what if we just kind of like bar hop, food hop our way to the venue? So that's kind of what we did. And it was great. I tried a bunch of different cocktails and drinks and different things. We had like split some appetizers and stuff. My two favorite drinks. One was, it was called a Campfire Sour. So it was kind of like a whiskey sour. That was at Leaked, which is this cool little gay bar that we just like happened to stumble upon and like go up. It was like up on like this upper floor of this building. It was really cool.
Okay.
And then we went to this Caribbean place called St. James, and it had a West Indian old fashioned.
Okay.
It was made with rum and like other stuff, and I don't really like rum, but it was very good. And then we had some like really good appetizers there as well. So it was cool. It was a fun time. And then it was a nice night. So like the walk back to the car, we made it in like 20 minutes, I think, instead of like half an hour. But it was nice like walk back. But then where we had parked, like near the bookstore, was crazy. All of us, like,
how so?
Well, there's a bunch of like clubs and bars and restaurants and things, and it was like, oh, this is the strip. This is like the street where like everybody goes to hang out, and there were like lines out of different buildings to like get into and all this stuff, and like we sat in traffic on this like 2-block stretch for like 15 or 20 minutes. So, but yeah, it was a good time. I definitely recommend seeing all three of those bands or any of those bands.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish you could have gone.
Yeah.
That sounded like a fun time. So, you're first.
I'm first. So, this is a band called Wednesday.
Named after the after the god Odin?
No.
After the family?
No. Apparently they got their inspiration for their name from a band called...
Thursday?
No, a band called something Sundays.
Band called Death?
I don't know. I read it somewhere. No, I can't find it. But I guess I sort of heard about this band, and then they just dropped this new album called Bleeds in September. And I saw like a lot of hype around it just from like different musicians and things I listened to. So I'm like, oh, I should check this out. And I really dug it. I don't know anything about the band. Now doing like a little bit of research, like looking into who they are, I'm like, oh, they have a member who's kind of prominent now as like a solo act. So have you heard of MJ Lenderman?
Yes. He played XL Live.
Okay.
Or he is playing
XL
Live.
Is still technically in this band.
Yeah.
But like only as a recording member. He like just announced, I think like this year, that he won't be touring with them anymore, because I think he's just like doing his own thing. But like I'm only kind of aware of him like by name or whatever. But also, as I was listening to the Trey Anastasio interview on Corey Wong's podcast, he talks about Wednesday. And like this album in particular they have a song called Fish Pepsi.
Look, he was on Jimmy Fallon.
But anyway, so I was like, oh shoot, I was like, okay, so this, like, I just am unaware of this band, but other than this album, and I really like it, and I want to listen to more of their stuff. This is the first track off of the album called Reality TV Argument Bleeds. Kind of like Primacy Bias was like the first thing I heard, and I was like instantly hooked and into it. And like, I do need to like go back and listen again, because I think it's been a minute since I've listened, but I really, really dig it. It basically, the band started as like a solo project for Carly Hartzman, and then like added people over time. So this is Reality TV Argument Bleeds from the album Bleeds by Wednesday.
Pretty long intro.
Yeah.
It's like a fourth of the song.
Yeah. Really like the production stuff, and like it's also like some like not really predictable melodic things and harmonic things happen throughout as well, which I kind of dug.
It falls
I
under
really
that,
like Carly's voice too.
It falls under that 90s vibe that I love.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did he pick this for me?
No. Never. No, this is a band though. When I first heard them, I was like, I think Bola might like them.
It's true.
I like that.
It feels like it needs one more hit.
No,
it feels that way, but they don't give it to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool.
No, I dig it. Oh, they're playing 2 nights sold out at the 930 Club, like this week.
Nice.
Next week, actually. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I dig them. I want to listen to them, like go back and like listen to their older stuff and listen more to this album. And yeah. I just thought it was interesting because like I just didn't know anything about them.
Yeah, apparently
I didn't know that there was like that connection with what's his face.
Yeah,
whatever, but no, I like it.
Apparently, I had
and apparently
I had 2 albums on there on my list. Well,
a single,
1 album and another song.
Yeah,
Bold Believer.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they're real good.
Yeah. Cool. So, speaking of bands that have had or have a member that's not a member anymore, that's making big
secret
whatever.
theme today.
Yeah, secret theme. You had MJ Lenderman, who now I was like, man, I should have gone to that show. It was at XL Live.
Yeah.
It was like totally a doable show. And then my guy or my band called Stay Inside.
Uh-huh.
They're a post-hardcore band based in Brooklyn, New York. Their band member that's got their own Wikipedia page is Bartees Strange.
Uh-huh.
I don't really know anything about him.
Yeah.
Based in Maryland, apparently, but all over the place. Strange was born, and this isn't even about Strange. This is the band. This is about the band that he left. So maybe we'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
But apparently the band is just a bunch of transplants. They're from all over the place. Strange was from Yukon, Oklahoma. John's from... How do you pronounce these names?
Hawkinson, Delaware. Wayne, Pennsylvania.
And then Los Angeles. They all met or got together in Brooklyn in 2016.
Yeah.
On this record, there's a horn section, and it's not just like, oh, we'll have anybody play. It's like no. Like on the cover, it's like and featuring, and it has the two horn players. I wonder if they actually have. No, they don't. How do you think you pronounce this album name?
Lunger.
Or
Lunger. Maybe it's named after my friend John Lunger.
Maybe. Here, what we're going to do is we are going to go to the album, and then there is this song called Spaghetti Night.
Parenthetical Spaghetti Night.
Hey, what's up?
Look, man, you left me at Spaghetti Night again. It's really embarrassing. I didn't even know you could use money. But there's a lot of ladies here tonight. The Lunger guy is here, and I hate the way he makes me feel. Anyway, call me back.
Lunger
guy. Yeah. So like I found something on here. I forget what song it was.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like listening to the album. It kind of gives me and makes me feel good about it. Brand new vibe.
Okay.
And it makes me feel good because it's like, hey, I found a band that kind of sounds like brand new, but not brand new. And then I started listening to an earlier EP, which is like, this is really cool too. And like they don't quite sound the same.
Uh-huh.
And then on this record, what am I doing here?
That's Max Richter.
Yeah, it is. On this record, which is Lunger, this is the weird song.
Okay.
This doesn't sound
kind of
like
last week where I had Nebraska, which was like that's the oddball song.
Yeah, this I would say is the oddball song, but it's not like it's not like this doesn't sound like anything.
Yeah.
This has some interesting ideas that like or sounds that don't quite line up with things. Anyways, I really like the horns in it. The horns just like, oh, that's so cool. Or you could be like, oh, that could be like on a guitar or that could be on a synth. It's like, no, it's on a horn. So this is called Old Faithful. Maybe the theme from last week in this is cool acoustic guitar.
I know why you're wishing for a miracle all night. Unnecessary evil on the side in my home. Fantasize a butcher taking all your knives. You push it on them. You push it on them. I know what you're searching for.
Banjo. Yeah. That's what pushed it. I was like, oh, there's banjo.
No, darling, what you got?
Kind of has a hip hop feel to it a little bit.
I changed the lifestyle 4 times more like wartime. On the killing floor, I sat here on your chopping block. Yeah, now it's working overtime. I could keep the lead away. See
thoughts on that?
It's a choice. I mean, they did it before too.
Yeah, it's in their bunch. On the
Yeah,
right.
this one didn't really grab me.
Okay.
I like can appreciate it for what it is. It's just not. I was like, as soon as I heard this, I was like, oh yeah, this is a Bo song.
Okay.
This band the Bo sent to.
From under your Steinway, you're pulling the wrong strings out. You're pulling the wrong strings. You're wishing for a miracle. You're begging for a miracle.
So play me like 20 seconds of another song.
All right.
I'm just curious. 'Cause you said this is like the
It's an odd one.
the outlier.
So we're just gonna
So,
go
like,
to the
what's
next
like
one. Ain't That a Daisy?
Okay. This kind of sounds like what I would expect. Okay, it's a little more straight ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like as I said, Old Faithful is the weird one.
Yeah.
Where a lot of it is you can kind of
Yeah.
get.
I mean, I
more,
can feel how it fits and whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah. It's like it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some like really interesting elements. I do like the use of the horns in there as well, and like the little baby voice thing is.
You don't like that
I don't like it when it's by itself. Like it was cool
when it was adding
when it was
to.
like with
Yeah.
Felt a little odd outside of it, but
Mhm.
yeah, cool.
All right. I think that's our time.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks
you
for listening.
Thank you for listening. That's our time. That's our 5. You can
We've been
catch us.
Two Tunes Podcast.
You can catch us next week at the same fat time, same fat channel. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you later.
Bye.